Hello, my name is Estelle Smith, and I am excited today to be presenting our accepted Tokai 2020 paper entitled I Cannot Do All of This Alone, Exploring Instrumental and Prayer Support in Online Health Communities. This work was completed at the University of Minnesota. And before I get started, I wanted to acknowledge my co-authors, Zachary Livonian, Highway Ma, Robert Giaquinto, Gemaline McDowell, Zixuan Li, Susan O'Connor-Vaughn, and Lana Yarosh. So every year, millions of patients will have to face life-threatening diagnoses. For example, in 2018, it was estimated that about 18 million new cancer cases occurred globally. And one of the things that people do when they receive a life-threatening diagnosis like a cancer is to join an online health community, a space where they can get peer support to get through navigate their health crisis. We partnered with an online health community called caringbridge.org in order to understand how such online health communities can do better to provide social support to the people that use them. So CaringBridge is a nonprofit that was founded in 1997, has about 40 million users annually, and people can form CaringBridge sites for any type of health condition, but the greatest number of sites are created for cancer conditions. Furthermore, CaringBridge sites are often followed by people's friends, family, and acquaintances from their real offline lives, as well as strangers online who find their sites on CaringBridge. The most prominent feature of a CaringBridge site is a journal, which allows patients or caregivers to share out health updates with the community who are following their site, and in return to receive supportive comments from people that follow the site. So given this hybrid offline online context where we know that people who they know in real life are following the site, we wanted to understand what types of social support are most appreciated by CaringBridge users, as well as do patients and caregivers appreciate different types of instrumental support in particular. So instrumental support is interesting because in most online communities or online health communities, strangers who don't necessarily live in the same locations are coming together online to exchange information and emotional support. But CaringBridge is special because people are often co-located or sometimes co-located and more in better position to do that. And instrumental support is vital. It's vitally important to people going through health crises. So in order to look at these questions, we had a two-phase study design. In the first phase, we studied log data through a content analysis. And in the second phase, we used our content analysis to inform the design of a survey that we deployed to CaringBridge users to directly ask them how they felt about a variety of types of social support. So in our content analysis, we used a variety of computational techniques and manual annotation to identify expressions of appreciation for different types of social support. And when we were looking at conventional social support categories, we found a lot of evidence of emotional support and instrumental support, not as much evidence of informational support on CaringBridge as in some of the other online communities. But what was really noteworthy here was that we also found that prayer support, when we distinguish it from emotional support, unlike prior work in this space, was actually the most highly appreciated form of support on CaringBridge. So we followed this up with a survey of about 1,000 CaringBridge users. And when we asked what types of support are most important to you, again, the same pattern emerged where prayer was rated to be more important than emotional, instrumental, or informational support, matching the same frequencies that we saw in the content analysis. So this suggests a key takeaway that prayer is really vital to users of online health communities, and also that our methods should consider prayer and spiritual language separately from emotional support, using the definition that we offer below in the paper. Second of all, we asked, do patients and caregivers appreciate different types of instrumental support? And the answer is yes, they do. For example, patients and caregivers align rating chores and food as two of the most important ways that they can be helped. But the other categories, like, for example, transportation or maybe financial assistance, there were differences in how people rated the importance of these types of support. So this leads to our second key takeaway, which is that patients and caregivers have divergent instrumental support needs. And so technology designs that target instrumental support should be tailored to those differing needs. This is a pattern we see in our other results as well as lots of related work. There's much more in the paper, including a lexicon of appreciation words, more results about patient caregivers, preferences and trust, as well as an in-depth discussion of design implications for OHCs. So thank you for watching, and be well and stay safe out there.